Well, hello and welcome to another Daily Dominion. I'm rather happy I could sneak this one in here, as it's a neat showcase of a fairly vanilla-looking kingdom. We don't have any landscapes. We have many cards that just give essentially some vanilla effects to reaction cards and yeah, everything that an engine heart would desire, even an attack, although that might be entirely inconsequential, as bureaucrat usually is. And yeah, just a very nice assortment of cards. Also, rather cheap cards, no mid-turn gainers. We have some plus buy and festival. Throne room, really nice in this assortment, I would say, especially with Diplomat. Like Diplomat and Throne Room have a nice synergy where you just play your Throne Room and then with that you play a Diplomat. Because after the first draw you have fewer than 5 cards, or I think you have exactly 5 cards in hand. You get the 2 actions and then you draw even 2 more cards. Super nice. So it's essentially as if you had thrown a lab if you thrown a Diplomat from your starting hand. Diplomat also works nicely with hand size decreasing stuff like Festival, like Poacher in late game. Then we have Village as a supplementary village. I think Festival and Throne Room are going to be the heap of our village needs, but maybe also that could help out. And Steward also really nice and flexible. It's trashing, it's the only trashing on the board, and it can be used as draw, it can be used as payload. It's probably, especially paired with Throne Room, it's one of the best cards on this board. But really, apart from Bureaucrat, everything seems kind of viable. Maybe Secret Passage not that much. You could use it to set up coming turns, but really, I think that the goal is just to be super thin and have a neat deck of lots of throne rooms, lots of stewards. Maybe we might go for merchant silver stuff, maybe we won't. Depends on how we want to build up our payload. Mode can be nice to be supplementary draw. I wouldn't lean too heavily into it because then you might dud, but I think if you have enough throne rooms in your deck, it should also be fine. And that brings us to the kingdom plot, and the kingdom plot also looks really nice, really neat. Only in the village department it's a bit more extended than usual. There's no alt VP, and yeah, the attack, as I said, is rather on the rather weak side. Opening wise, I think it's best to just start out with Secret Passage, although you could go for double Steward if you feel spicy. And also Poacher is viable, I think. Also Silver might be viable. If you want to high roll for the collision, you can also go for Throne Room Steward, but I don't think that's good because the Throne Room is just a dead card otherwise. And on the 5-2, I still would just go Steward nothing. You could also go Steward Moat and just hope that you don't draw the Steward dead with the moat or that they don't collide, but I would rather just naturally shuffle a bit quicker and skip out on the moat on the first turn. Later on, you can still go for it. So yeah, I think Secret Passage Steward is really one of the safer draws. If you find Secret Passage later on, you might balance out some money issues. And yeah, especially now we might be able to just bottom deck an estate and buy a festival. So yeah, we can just buy a moat here already. I think that's fine, exactly. And yeah, there could be an argument for just throne room if we hadn't put in the moat into our deck, but with the moat in our deck, I think festival is slightly better. Also, the plus buy for cheap cards is good. Now here we already have a decision point as to whether we want to keep on buying stuff. Like a throne room might be really nice to go with that, but Yeah, I like getting really thin with those stewards. Do we want to put in a secondary mode is a question. I think for now we're good. We're a bit over-terminaled, and especially with this, yeah, I think we're on the better side to, yeah, not put in the other mode. Now we do have secret passage mode on top, so what do we want to add to our deck? I'm thinking 2 3-cost cards might actually be most beneficial. Could also just be a throne room, which also doesn't look too bad. It could also be throne room mode, be too risky. I think just Steward Village can't go wrong with that. Let's increase our hand size first before doing the secret passage thing. And we do draw the village. If we bottom deck copper, we are guaranteed to find the other steward. So let's do that. And yeah, let's just thin down rigorously and go for our first throne room. And I would say our deck is starting to come together nicely. We're guaranteed to draw one of the stewards here. If we don't draw the festival and like if the festival is the bottom card, then we're a bit in a sad place, but I still think it's worth to not throw in the secret passage. And indeed, the festival does bottom deck, but at least now we have Steward Festival on top, and we can happily actually we could completely trash out here as we didn't find our buy, but it's probably just better to keep on buying stuff. So I think I'm keen to add another throne room just because that essentially means more payload. We may be able to throne festival, we may be able to throne steward, and indeed we can throne festival. Play this for 2 cards. Amazing. Find that, draw up, and just play this for, I think, 2 times money. For now, we can keep those 2 coppers in deck. It's a much better boost in economy than anything else. And maybe we just add Throne Room Village Steward. I don't think we should go for the Merchant Silver route. It seems a bit slow. Like, Throne Room Steward is already adding lots of payload. And yeah, we might actually also go for another festival soon. But for now, let's just, yeah, keep the deck going. We do want to throne the festival if we can. That would be really nice. And that's a great draw. We can just put that on top, I believe. Draw into that. And yeah, things are moving along nicely. We can what else do we already saw the second village. I think we have another throne room in there, or did I buy one? No, we bought 3 throne rooms, so yeah, we're going to waste 1 draw, but it's fine, I believe, and yeah, just trash out those last coppers. I think that's the best course of action. So we go trash here, although, I mean, 4 money extra might just be an arguable difference to actually buy Festival Throne Room Steward instead of trashing those coppers, which would mean we could only buy like Festival Steward, and the extra throne room might really be what our deck wants. I'm saying as we do hit a Dutch hand. I mean, it's 5 money. We will just buy another. Nah, maybe just Moat Steward actually. It's nice to have some moats as the main source of draw. And Mode Steward seems rather safe. It also increases our payload the same way as like our money as Festival does. Yeah, that was of course a rather horrible draw. Now here, let's play this secret passage first. We draw a village, amazing, and throne probably a steward for now. Just go for 2 cards. twice, and now we can even throne, and draw up here, and throne again. Now we can finally get those pesky coppers out of our deck, and we hit almost the same amount of money as before. Piles are becoming sort of low, but I think we can still justify going on a shopping spree, although this might be a bit on the risky side if we lower festivals and moats. But does AI have 15 money? No, no, I think we can really play this aggressively. And I would say apart from this one dub we did have, our draws have been fairly good. And also the dud might have been justified given that we didn't put anything on top with Secret Passage. I think the best thing to put on top with Secret Passage, if we can, would be just a village, as that provides actions and we have lots of moats and stewards in deck. And of course here the village is not that important. We can just throne and throw the throne again so it doesn't use up an action. Just draw as much as we can here and keep doing that. The last card is our Secret Passage, so we can do all of this. And I didn't think about this when I played the second village here. Yeah, maybe we should have held on to one. But also now the Secret Passage on top is actually quite good. So we can go for lots and lots of money of those flexible stewards and our actions, buy a province, and maybe another throne room, and just another province. Like with the secret passage on top, I'm not all too scared of dudding, I think. And yeah, this might just be a very solid setup. Although already here we might need to waste one of our throne room thingies on the secret passage just to ensure that we will have that village effect. Turns out we wouldn't have needed it, as we could have played throne on throne, but better safe than sorry, especially with that kind of stuff. Now, do we want to really bottom deck the province? That means we won't have any like useful card on the bottom. Could also bottom deck a throne room, but it seems outlandish. I think we'll just burn through our deck. Throne to throne, go for more throne action, throne on throne on throne, and yeah, lots of that stuff. So plus 2 cards here, and now we can go for monies. Throne festivals, play those festivals, play this for money. I think, what do we have down there? Maybe a throne room, another one? No, another steward. And we have exactly the same amount of money as before. Unfortunately, to end the game, well, we would have the exact amount of money, not the exact amount of buys. And like this would be exactly 10. But also we don't have the points, so I think the safest thing to do is probably just to add province. Maybe, yeah, just secret passages and a throne room. Like next turn, we should be able to, if we throne two more stewards, we should be able to even triple province if presented with the opportunity. We are in a points lead, so we can just play it super safe. The same conundrum as last turn, as we do have to double play this secret passage, but I think with our setup, yeah, let's leave that throne room there. We should be able to draw through, although not seeing any province here is a bit of a pity. Yeah, but what can you do? Actually, let's maybe, wait, let's put a steward like up here-ish and hope to find just another throne room off of this moat. Okay, we did not, so yeah, we do have to double play that. We can go for a throne action. And yeah, it's a bit unfortunate that we wasted so much potential there. I think it's still best to keep drawing on a bit. Now, do we already have enough money here? That's, yeah, exactly 16. Perfect. So we don't even need to go for anything else, and we can just calmly double province and finish this game in style. I mean, I feel like our draws were okay, maybe warranted, maybe not warranted. The reason I did not like the Silver Merchant plan was just that silver is another stop card, which we could easily avoid. Like stewards and festivals and throne rooms are also great flexible payload. But the merit, of course, of having a bunch of merchants in your throne room heavy deck is that you can very easily generate this village effect that we were forced to generate with our secret passage twice, which, yeah, was not the greatest thing to happen. But nonetheless, yeah, 5 provinces to 3 provinces in a very controlled manner. I think with better draws, we might have been 1 or even 2 turns faster. Kind of depends also on what the AI is doing, but nonetheless, very satisfying 30-18 victory. And with that, I'll leave you here and we'll try to catch you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.